5,000 fans waiting to see Japan face Kazakhstan in a crucial matchup in terms of qualification for next year's World Cup. It's crucial because of that result there in the Philippines, where Kazakhstan got the 92-88 win that puts them right back in the mix. As you can see, top 3 teams will qualify as of right. The best placed 4th team will join them, hence the importance of this game.
Ladies and gentlemen, time now to
a sellout crowd here, and Kazakhstan will be introduced to the Japanese faithful.
Number 1, Dennis Dikchalif. Number 6, Shai Kuanov.
Well, Sam Kuanov had 16 in the game between these two teams in Almaty earlier in the World Cup.
Number 13, Lustavi Eligati. Number 14, Vitaly Lavchenko.
Well, Alexander Heggelin had 30 points, 18 from beyond the three-point line in the win over the Philippines in this window. And Kazakhstan with 9 players from the Astana club, and under one of the brightest coaches in terms of the future of the coaching fraternity, in Coach Kyrillainakas from Lithuania, still only 29 years old. Head coach at Astana, and also of this Kazakhstan national team. Now the home team, the lights are down, the lights and the spotlights are on, and the razzle-dazzle of Japanese basketball is just about to get introduced to the crowd. Big game for the home country, and they're going to have to do it without the 3 key players that got the win on the road in Kazakhstan. No Hachimura, no Watanabe, and no Ira Brown. They accounted for 50 of the 82 points of the win. So it's an opportunity for others to step up, and it's also an opportunity for Kazakhstan to build on the confidence they got from the win in the Philippines. There's not many teams who get to win in the Philippines, regardless of who's on the roster. And Kazakhstan got the win. Japanese population have embraced this national team. It's a very, very positive time for Japanese basketball.
Number 7, Ryusei Shiroyama. Number 8, Atsuya Ota. Number 10, Kosuke Takeuchi. Number 15, Joji Takeuchi.
Joji Takeuchi, who's played in every single one of the World Cup qualifiers, has had 2 of his teammates. Sho Uchioka makes his World Cup debut for this lineup. Julio Lamas, the professor, the Argentinian.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthems.
And now we'll have the national anthems of Kazakhstan, and follow that with Japan.
The national anthem of Kazakhstan.
And now the national anthem of Japan. While the players will exchange mementos of the game at the half court. And with the Kazakhstan win in the Philippines, this game has a great feel, has a lot resting on it. And this is the third team just getting the shakes of hands from various coaches. There's the Yu, Jin Jong Chuang, and Ahmed Al-Shawali from Chinese Taipei and from Iraq. Game with this atmosphere, game with this crowd, those officials will definitely have to work as a group, because Kazakhstan will come here believing they have a real shot at this. This is the roster. And as I say, Zhu Lin had a marvelous game. 30 points, really well supported by Anton Baikov in the win. And since Kyrylenko has taken over, this team has more belief and is really building on the fact that the consistency he has with 9 players from the Astana club. Marchuk's going to have to take care of the ball in the backguard with Ugali. But Zhu Lin up front is where the points are coming from. 15 points was the margin when these two teams faced off in Kazakhstan. And that's something both teams will be aware of. This is the Japanese roster. Yoji Takeuchi, as I say, one of 3 players alongside Hiyajima and Shiyama, who have played in every one of the World Cup qualifiers for Japan. And Coach Lamas goes with this starting lineup. Makoto Hijima in the backcourt with Daki Tanaka and Yuji Takashi, the 3-guard set that has been very, very effective as the Japanese try and spread the floor and try to attack space. Well, he's not even 30 years old, Renatas Kyrylenko, the Lithuanian head coach of Kazakhstan. And his reputation grows, and the work he is doing with the Astana club in both the National League and the VTB League for Astana is quite phenomenal. He's doing a marvelous job. Another Lithuanian coach who has the passion and absolute thirst for knowledge with almost only Lithuanian tap. Coach Lamas, there's nothing he hasn't seen, I don't think. That's 2 stints as the Argentinian head coach, has coached in the ACB in Spain, has even had the head coach's job out at Real Madrid for a season. And it's a academic exercise for Coach Lamas. So you've got 2 real exponents of the coaching art. One of the most experienced and one of the most up-and-coming coaches going head-to-head alongside 2 teams that need a win to keep their World Cup qualification on track. When Kazakhstan started this window, I don't think many people gave them a shot at the win in the Philippines, let alone going 2-0 and putting themselves right back in with an opportunity of qualification. But this is an interesting one because of the changes in the Japanese roster from the previous game. Watanabe and Brown is bad enough, but to Rui Hachimura to try and take up his role, that's going to be tough. Had a value of 27 points in that win, 24.7 rebounds. There's no one man on that Japanese roster who can step into those shoes. As a group, they're going to have to take up that slack. The bookmakers make Japan heavy favorites, but with that recent result in the Philippines and the changes to the Japanese roster, there is a way Kazakhstan can pull this one off, and that would be an almighty win to put them right in with a chance of a World Cup berth. They have still to play Australia, and then they have to play Philippines again in games after this, so they must get the win tonight if they have a realistic chance to make it into China. Crowd are on their feet. This is a sea of noise. Japan in the black and Kazakhstan in the white. And wherever you're joining us from, hang on to your hats. This one could be a good one. Kazakhstan in the half court. Not what they wanted to turn over. Kaleyev with the errant pass. And Japan almost turn it right back at them. Extension on the defense by Kazakhstan, post-entry. Ball's knocked away, but stays with the play, doesn't get the drop. Oh, straight to the ring for the easy two. And that's dampened some of the atmosphere in the gym. Only for a second, though. Here, Jima goes down low. Adikas with a turnaround, doesn't get the drop. And they're going inside early, Japan, but at the moment coming up empty. Pick and roll action's not there. The open three is short. Great work on the glass. Inside position. That was all about getting position. And Gavrilov got position, gets the two. 4-0 start for Kazakhstan, and Japan still can't get the scoreboard to tick over. Sometimes that home crowd expectation can work against you. Penetration against the closeout in the lane is no good. The own rebound on turnaround for two is no good. And another offensive rebound. And Kazakhstan think about it, but they'll recycle and have 10 left of the reset 14. Guy puts it on the floor, goes with the right hand in the lane. And the 24-second violation got the better of him. Tough move at the end, though, and the signs for Kazakhstan at the beginning of this one are extremely positive. 2 minutes in, Japan are still scoreless, but they get a full 24 in the half court. Togashi comes off the high screen, will reverse the basketball. Here, Jima gets to the foul line. And it's not been the start that Nicholas Fazekas would have wanted. The two missed shots for the Kawasaki Brave Thunder big man, 33 years old now, and then the turnover. Rigali will take the ball screen. In the traffic, will stop and pop, gets it a drop. And 13 in the game at home, has started this one very, very well. Taguchi puts it on the floor, goes to the right hand, strong for two. And Joji Taguchi. Wide open in the corner for three, count that. And the Japanese defense not only went to sleep, but were caught completely blindsided. Togashi, baseline and kicks. Bucci just goes inside with a little right hand hook. That'll get the confidence for the bet. And he gets his first two of the night. 9-4 for Kazakhstan. Turnover and a sloppy one. Here, Jima, ball fake for two. Relentless noise from the crowd. Great atmosphere. Japan, as we saw, going inside. Now they showed a 2-3 matchup. Penetrate the seam. Kazakhstan with the open three in the corner is no good. Let's get defensive rebound, brings it himself. and will finally give it up. Got a whistle on the play. Do not complete it. We'll have to, well, let's see if they award the shots. Foul's called on Zuglin. And Joji Takeuchi is no good with the first. 76% across those 9 qualifiers so far, makes the second. Julio Lamas knows how important this one is. Well, they attack the scene, do a great job sharing it, wide open for 3 in the book. Well, you'd have thought the scout would have said, make sure you make Zuglin put it on the floor. The 2'2", listed as a center, but loves to float on the perimeter. Miyajima will give it up. Again, inside pass, and one. Fazekas has been a real focus here in the first quarter. Has pretty much touched it in every half-court possession. There are more mobile big men in World Cup action this window, but you won't get one that works any harder. Chance to cut this to a 2-point game. 5:28 to go in the first quarter. And substitution coming in for Kazakhstan. Anton Kov had 12 in the corresponding game in Kazakhstan, and 20 in the Philippines. Ball movement again is good by Kazakhstan. This ball doesn't stick very much. Penetration and kick. Zuglin with 7 on the possession. Oh, he's just nailed another one. Well, when you are in a streak, when you are hot, you need the ball, and they have given him 2 looks, and that was a tough one. Defense all over him. Because again, he's just milking that baseline, can't get it to drop. And Kazakhstan, well, almost turned it over uncontested. Do not want to take that high post look. Penetration and kick and turned over. Fazekas gets his hands on it. Chance for Japan to run. They have numbers. 3-on-2 break. And they get to the ring and can't complete. But great work on the glass. Nicholas Fazekas gets the 2. And Japan, as you'd expect, really looking to play in transition. Vasiliev gets it off. Vigali gets inside. Little second move. He's blocked. Gets his own rebound. 5 on the possession. They drop another 3. Matchuk this time. We have a lot of guys who are comfortable on the 3-point line. Soft penetration to the foul line is no good. Ruzgaliev puts it on the floor, leads the break, and we've got a reaching foul called on Togahashi. Substitutions coming in off the Japanese bench. Yudla Baba checks in. Ball's knocked away, and yet another turnover. Japan again at the races. But this time, Kazakhstan defense a little bit better in transition. Tanaka finds a little space, gets some separation, is short with the long 2. Kazakhstan hunt it down. Don't have the numbers here. They're going to have to look to recycle. That was knocked away, and another turnover. I think the officials are going to need to talk that one over. But not necessary, apparently. Turnovers are really already hurting Kazakhstan here. 6 turnovers in this first quarter. They balanced that out with 10 rebounds, but oh, nice pass. He just gets the 2 on another round 1. As gets the 2 and draws yet another foul. Gets beyond the defense. And the issue is no one bumps the cut. No one puts a body on him until he catches the basketball. And he has some size. He gives this Japanese team an inside dimension. Completes the 3-point play and brings Japan 2 within 3. Kazakhstan in the half court. Rugali in the lane is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Namas wants the call on the floor as he was going to pass, but I don't think he's going to get much joy on that one. Tanaka tries to play defense, then brings the arms down. That's the crazy thing. Well, they say he was going to pass off. Coach does a good job influencing the official. Turnover. And as well as they have shot the basketball, Kazakhstan, the Achilles heel of turnovers. And it's one of the things you would expect a little bit with Japan. Their defense is always going to be quick. It's always going to be aggressive. They'll always look to reach. That's better defense on the post. They come up with a turnover as Bykov plays much better. 3-quarter front in the low post. He gets a piece of. Duglin with a 3 is short this time. Defensive rebound gives Japan a chance to push, and Tanaka gives it up. They hit the second side. Do a really nice job at swinging the basketball, and they're going to count that. Dagger Tanaka really attacked the closeout. Had the closeout off balance. They forced him baseline, but no one from Kazakhstan had rotated. So there's no help side. Nikolai Bashin will step in for Kazakhstan, as does Tenketsu Halimoto for Japan. Last 2 minutes of what's been a really up-tempo, all-energy start. Japan back man to man. Tough one off the glass, doesn't get the drop. That is work on the glass. Bykov just went to work 1-on-3 on the glass again. Did a great job getting inside position, and Kazakhstan with 5 offensive rebounds. Shows you the work rate is there. Tanaka will reverse it. Again, they attack the closeout so well. And Halimoto sees the opportunity to attack the closeout. And it's not so much the closeout for Kazakhstan, it's the help. No one wants the help. The normal thing on any closeout would be to flood the middle, to protect the man on the closeout, but no one rotates. And that's another example of that Japanese defense until the referee blows the whistle. Shiniyama is going to go after the basketball. Shishbak steps in for Kazakhstan. And another whistle. And that'll be the 4th team foul for Japan. Shiniyama again challenges the official every time he guards the ball. When he guards the ball, he's going after the ball. Challenges the official to make the call. Togashi steps back in. And Shiniyama with the 2 fouls steps out. 1:10 to go in the first quarter. Kazakhstan with a 1-point lead. Stop. The pull-up is no good and long. And Togashi hunts down the rebound. Tanaka. Well, I don't think Vazquez is going to be that type of player. Is going to be able to get up and claim that one. Shahim Kuanov steps in and he'll handle it at the end of the first quarter. 50 seconds remain in the first. And again, Kazakhstan will reverse the basketball. That is why this Japanese team plays defense. It's a no avail though. The wide open three. And Bashin adds to the number of Kazakh players who knocked down threes in this first quarter. 62% from beyond the three-point line. Look at Ashi, what a work rate. This Kaz can't get it to drop. And Kazakhstan will have the last 14 seconds. Well, they're going to take it straight at it for two. Well, no one played any defense, why not? 5 seconds, Tanaka knows. He's going to pull up, takes the tough three, doesn't get the drop. And Kazakhstan, with a phenomenal performance from beyond the three-point line, have come in here and lead 25-19 at the end of the first quarter. It's as though they have literally walked off the court in the Philippines and started again. They have maintained the momentum coming out of that game and built on it and lead here by 6 over Japan after 1. Well, if you need any information, anything at all on the World Cup qualifiers, download the World Cup app via your normal source. Also, it'd be great to hear your thoughts on any of your social media platform, whatever yours is of choice. Use the FIBA WC hashtag. Because in this game, there's a hell of a lot to comment on. And the story of the game in Manila is part of the story of the first quarter here. Alexander Zugling is part of over 60% from the three-point line for Kazakhstan. Whether they can maintain that, who knows? But it's really set us up nicely. And it's Japan who are going inside. It's Japan who are penetrating. Japan who are going post up against the Kazakhstan lineup that wants to spread the floor and shoot the basketball. One of the things, obviously, that Kazakhstan will have is a great deal of understanding. 9 players from the Astana club that play BTB, as well as the Kazakhstan league. There's a criticism for the Kazakhstan lineup. They do not help anybody on a closeout. So if they can collapse and flood the middle, maybe that will help in that situation. Make the Japanese make a pass off penetration. Japan, on the other hand, have got, whatever defense they're in, have got to close out these shooters. Fugashi in the game at the point for Japan. Tsuneyama doesn't get the roll. And Kazakhstan, chance to build on the 6-point lead. Uzgaliev, turnover. And obviously, when you turn the ball over 8 times already, it's not helping you. And it's frustrating if you turn it over 8 times and still lead by 6. Fugashi gets it inside to Baba. Great move to the far side of the ring. And Tegayuchi gets another one off that right-hand drive. He goes to 5 personal. Ikov will reverse the basketball. Kuanov off 2 screens. They take the long 3 as long, and that was downtown, that was for sure back. Japan exploit the pick and roll, don't get the 2. And they really should have finished. 4-on-3 break. Kazakhstan will just find the open man. He's in the corner. Attacks the closeout. Goes inside. Poor decision. And Japan will run it straight back and look to go all the way to the glass for two. And Takuchi picks up his 5th points. Sorry, another 2 points to go to 7. Kuanov moves it on. There's a nice pace to the game. Muzraliev tries to turn the corner, wraps it around, open for 3, is off. Bikov tries to create a little space, he's going to walk, and he gets a 24-second violation to confirm the turnover. Yugali, now he's 31 years old. One of the more experienced members of this lineup. And the offensive foul called at moving screen. And when it's called, nice bit of acting, though. You've got to give Kuanov a lot of credit for the way he made sure the referee called that one. Very theatrical. Fashion will move it on. Got a whistle underneath, got another offensive foul. Love the consistency. Referee's making a real effort in their current interpretations to clean it up away from the ball. Moving screens has long been much talked about as an issue. And these three, as a group, getting it pretty consistent. Whether you agree with it or not, you know what's being called. Baba looks for a little separation, goes to the right hand, puts it inside. Tough move off the glass is no good. And Halimoto may have been better off just catching and shooting. Early post entry, that's a reaching foul. As Joji Takeuchi tried to come over the top. Obviously the World Cup next year, then the Olympic Games in Tokyo, and there's this Japanese group with some quality to come in. Just don't forget that. I've got a lot of experience, so it'll be interesting to see how they shape up when it comes to that. Turnover. And a foul, and the 2 does not drop. Kuanov is charged with the personal. Yadababa was absolutely going only one way. Gets a hand in the lane, plays a little soccer with it, controls it, gets the contact on the way up. And that's to earn him from the free throw line. It's the first. 3 minutes in, that's only the 3rd point of the quarter. Kazakhstan pointless 3 minutes in for a team that knocked down 25 in the first. What's the team that's going to finish this game? Great work on the glass by Halimoto. Gives Japan a chance to tie on this possession. Takeuchi kicks, extra pass. They attack the closeout again in the lane, and they blow the layup. Bikov did a good job not to foul. Kazakhstan still looking to tick it over at the start of this quarter, and that one's not going to help. Great save, Japan at speed as Takahashi pushes. Doesn't like the numbers, we'll back it out. And one. And here Jima does it again. Just attacks the drive lane, protects the basketball. There's the hit. Great composure, great finesse off the glass, and he will go to the free throw line for the extra to tie the game at 25. Timeout for Kazakhstan. It's been a pointless 3.5 minutes for them at the start of the second quarter. And they just want to re-establish some confidence and re-establish where they are. 48% from the field from Kazakhstan, but 12 turnovers. 12 turnovers in only 13.5 minutes of basketball. In anybody's language, that is not going to win you a game in the World Cup.
getting too long. He's getting way over here, and then they're able to make the swing pass. When he gets his screen defense here, he's fine because the big will be like that.
Well, as we see the Takeuchi layup, that's interesting dynamic in that timeout with the experienced Nicholas Fezkas explaining to his teammates, look, hey, when I'm setting that screen, this guy is holding too long. We have the opportunity to exploit that. We have an advantage. You just got to read it. It's interesting how confident Coach Hamas is. Such a trend and it's a collaboration now. Kazakhstan with the 25-24 lead, but for the first time since the opening tip, Japan have a chance to tie the game, which they do. No free throw yet for Kazakhstan. 7 trips to the line for Japan. Into the half court. Chance to re-establish where they are. Well, there's some shuffle cut action for Kazakhstan, trying to get everybody involved. Move to the baseline is tough. That's a serious move by Bugali. Got his guy sealed high, enough space to spin to the baseline, kisses it off the glass. Ayuchi doesn't want to beat you left-handed. May put it on the floor. Togiashi, floater in the lane, doesn't get the drop. That's a great box out by Gavrilov. Another turnover. And turnovers are absolutely killing Kazakhstan at the moment. This guy thinks about the three and he's short. And we've got a whistle on the play. And I think, and I'm pretty sure, Alexander Ziegelin picks up his second foul. Little wry smile. Two for 9 and 1 for 4. It's 2 for 9 because of the turnovers. Twice as many shot attempts for Japan. Here's another 3. And that's long. Defensive rebound this time is in the hands of Bugali. Downstream action away from the ball. They go high-low. That's a pass. Oh, and they missed a little bunny. Super little pass. Just laid it up there. Bugali couldn't complete it. Ball's knocked away and turnover the other way. Bugali puts it on the floor. Well, the referee was going to call the foul. I'm not really sure what prevented him from calling it. There was contact. Well, the three-point door is still closed. Ball's out of bounds. Ball will belong to Kazakhstan. They go long, out of bounds. 10 on the possession. Bugali goes inside with a bounce pass. Somehow they hang on to it. Ball's knocked away. I'm not sure if you're going to call that a turnover or a missed shot, but Gavrilov just couldn't get it away. Again, the little running hook is no good. Defensive rebound. That's a battle at the moment, Gavrilov and Fezkas. Far side of the ring for 2 is good. Bazin gets the 2 and opens it back out to a 4-point advantage. Last 4 minutes of the half. 2 quarters, you couldn't get 2 quarters more dissimilar. Fezkas puts it on the floor, goes with the right hand hook and gets the roll. It has been a huge focus for Japan in this first half. Nicholas Fezkas. Inside, outside, extra pass. Open 3 on the baseline is no good. Vasquez comes down with another positive stat, gives it up, chance to run for Japan in transition. Tanaka, nowhere to go. Vasquez gets it back, goes inside, gets the two. Repay the big man for the work. Defensive rebound, runs the floor. Again, there's another turnover. It's stripped away. They're going to turn it over again. No space to play. They still went in there. 14 turnovers. 7 in the quarter. So it's 7 a quarter at the moment. And just take away 4 or 5 of those, and Kazakhstan could still easily be leading by 6. Tied at 29, 2:50 to go in the half. Fascinating game. Ogashi, inside-outside kicks, the extra pass to the corner. Better rotations. Ogashi really speeds set for 3. And the offensive foul is called against Takuchi, all over the back of Alexander Zeglin. Well, Kazakhstan have only scored 4 points in this quarter. They were on fire in period 1. Japan have really missed an opportunity by struggling to score themselves. Good movement of the basketball, wraps the pass. Lugo wide open for 3, is short. And Nicholas Vasquez, after a little nervy start, is just having a phenomenal first half. Outside the 3-point line, will reverse the basketball and then screen. Stop and pop is short. Vasquez is on the glass. What a job on the board by the big man. Nicholas Vasquez going to work. He's put in a shift for the whole of this first half. 16 points personal at 50% from the floor. Inside, little messy. Turnover again by Kazakhstan. And Japan looking to build on their defense. Foul on the play. Kazakhstan are in the penalty, so Japan will go to the free throw line. It's such flat out hard work. Vasquez, his stat line in this first half. $16 points on 50%. 7 boards. He stole it. He's had a negative stat. He's turned it over. But he is the rock that has been the foundation for this Japanese comeback in this first half. They lead it by 3. Still no free throws for Kazakhstan. Tells you a story. Gugin gets it inside. Again, they don't really space the floor very well. Somehow it finds its way to Bikov on the baseline. And a fortunate 2 for Kazakhstan, ticks it over. They trail by 1, and Japan want to talk it over. Coach Lamas wants to make sure his team get into the halftime locker room with the positive momentum. Turnovers for Kazakhstan. This is World Cup basketball. 15 turnovers is too many in a game, let alone in a first half. They were at 60% from the 3-point line at one point in that first quarter. It's down to now 38, which is a much more realistic number. The turnovers, though, are absolutely destroying their opportunity to get back-to-back road wins. This is where you do need to be a group. This is where you do need to find a way as players to stop the bleeding, stop the problem, dig yourself out of the hole. They trail by 1:17 to go in the half. Big 1 minute here. Could set the tone for this second half of the game. This Cash goes upstairs, and that ball is out of bounds. And Baba went for the highlight. Kazakhstan with a chance to retake the lead. Zaliev in the game, sets the pick. Zugulin moves it back. They've got to reverse the ball here. Little stop and pop. Zugulin gets the top. The drop is finished off by Zugulin. He gets the 2, and Kazakhstan retake the lead. 40 seconds of the half remaining. Well, we knew this was going to be tight. I don't think we realized we were going to have such swings of momentum. Uzkas puts it on the floor, backs in, gets deep, goes up with the right hand for 2. And the guy that was really nervous, if that's the right word, or tentative at the beginning, is now taking over. Just back Speakov in there, and then just shows the soft touch. Kazakhstan take the timeout.
Что будем делать теперь? Кто тебя Макс прил? Не надо. Также сыграй. Нет, играйте. 2, motion. Саша. Коля, ты Глеб, играть. Окей? Not. Ready.
Stills and poor Kazakhstan control have given Japan the opportunity to get back in this game. (34-33), 30 seconds to go in the half. Japan with the 1-point advantage, Kazakhstan with the basketball. I think if you offered Kazakhstan this scoreline at the half coming into the game, they'd have probably taken it. But given the way they started the game, they'll be a little bit disappointed. Only 8 points in this second quarter into the half court. Zugulin with a pick and pop. Doesn't get the basketball on the pop at all. No look at all. 6 seconds. Oh, there's a slip and a travel. And Kazakhstan have moved the ball beautifully for a half. The ball got stuck on the dribble. And Japan will have 10.7 seconds to try and build on the 1-point lead. Goes Namas, the professor, as he's affectionately known. Wants to talk this through to get a shot that he wants, and Japan will hope to take them into the half with a 2, with a 3 or a 4-point lead. They have not made a 3 on the game. It's a crazy stat for a Japanese national team.
Pick and roll, если любой pick and roll играет, смена по низу. Эй, ты берешь разыгрывающего. Ты берешь 18 или 24 номера. Ты берешь. Okay? But after, follow. Okay?
you'd expect with the 10 seconds left in the half. They've got enough time to look to get something on the inside, and then if there's nothing there, to kick it. They've done an excellent job at creating long closeouts where by swinging the ball, Kazakhstan have to close out from the help split line. Here they come, last 10 seconds of the first half. Chance to increase the lead. Togashi has it. Oh, I don't think this is going on. Togashi breaks the defense down, gets the drop. Well, they may have to look at that. They may have to look at that because Veskas touched it. You're going to have to look because it was on the ring and he touched it, and I think he touched it after the light came on. And they're going to have to, I would be just amazed if they didn't review it. I think the ball may well have dropped. So they're going to look at it. Technology's there, really helped in games over the weekend. I think we're talking about the end of the quarter, the end of the half anyway. I think everyone's just waiting to find out if it's going to be a 3 or a 1-point margin. No, he wants to check. I think he's right to check. For me, it's, I don't think a hasty decision here would be a good one. They're going to wipe it off, and it's exactly as I thought. I don't know, I think the ball would have dropped anyway. There's a frustrated set of coaches for Kazakhstan. 25 points in the first quarter, only 8 in the second, and they stopped moving the ball. So confirmation for you at the half. Here in Toyama, Japan, after trailing early in the first quarter, came back to lead 34-33. Going to take a look at the statistics. 42% for Japan on the inside, 50% for Kazakhstan, and 38%. This is the stat that tells you everything you need to know. 25 boards. Why aren't Kazakhstan leading the game? Well, the next graphic will tell you. 16 turnovers for Kazakhstan. Those turnovers are killing their chances of winning this game. Take care of the ball, they're up 10. Well, that's the dilemma. What a great first half. We'll leave you with some highlights. Tremendous start by Kazakhstan. Great comeback by Japan. Poised nicely. 34-33. Get back here in around 10 minutes to see which team gets the win and takes a big step towards potential World Cup qualification. We'll see you in around 10 minutes. Well, welcome back. We're moments away from the start of the third quarter. Can Kazakhstan rediscover their ability to shoot the basketball, but more importantly, can they discover their ability to pass the basketball? 15 turnovers in that first half has been a millstone around their neck as they've tried to get this crucial win. Good comeback by Japan, though. A lot of pressure playing at home. But they stayed with the game plan, and in Nicholas Vasquez have found a man to base this around. 18 points, 7 rebounds, valuation of 18 in the first half. So wherever you are, whichever part of the world, whether you're in Australia, whether you are in Canada, wherever you're watching this one, almost a turnover for Kazakhstan straight off the bat in this first play of the third quarter. Oh, knocked away again, and they just about recover it. Still 12 on the possession. Nice look. Bikov under the bucket, knocks away, comes off his thigh, and that'll be a Japanese basketball and another turnover. There are times all you can do is say, hey, it's not my night on that. 17 turnovers for Kazakhstan. Vizcas comes out top to reverse the basketball, to take the high pick and roll. Vizcas outside the three-point line. Well, if you're a Kazakhstan fan, you'll be a lot happier in shooting threes than you will getting it here. Goes up with a short hook. Vizcas gets the 2. I don't know why he wants to shoot that three-pointer. Rugali again, and just play to the system. Rugali turns the corner, gets to the foul line, needs a pass, goes down low. Bikov kicks it, short mid-range 2 is good. Well, Vizcas made him change the decision. It's not a bad decision if you give it to the man who had 30 the other night. Alexander Zugulin gets the 2, goes to double digits. Fugashi. Vizcas is fouled, doesn't get the drop, or will go to the free throw line. At the moment, when you get a player like Vizcas who gets into this rhythm, he's tough to stop. He's not the most athletic big man you will see in World Cup action, but at the moment, he is literally dictating the pace and the structure of this game from the free throw line. Julio Lamas. First coached the Argentinian national team in 1997. Did a 2-year stint, then came back 2010, 2014. Took a team to the World Cup in Spain. Zugulin attacks the closeout. That is hipped by Takuchi, Josie Takuchi. And that'll be his 3rd foul. He's going to have to spend some time next to his coach. He's going to be replaced by Atsuya Ota. Really inside, kicks it, wide open for 3, is way short. That's a great challenge. The scramble on the Japanese defense was tremendous. All the way to the ring for 2. Jima got away with an offensive push as he went to the basket, but Zaguriev stops, fires up the 3, is long, and that's the sort of shot that was dropping in the first quarter. Not really in the same rhythm though. And Japan move it in transition. Fugashi turns the corner, gets to the three-point line, pops it, nice short. Just can't get the offensive rebound, but I'll tell you who can. Makoto Hiyajima hangs around, gets the offensive rebound. Hiyajima goes back-to-back from the field, and Japan open out the advantage. And they take the timeout through Kazakhstan. key timeout this. They just got to remember and not doubt themselves. Well, the key number you're looking at there is not the percentages. It's the 9 extra shots that Japan have taken from the field. 43 to 34. And then if you want to get into why they're leading by 7, well, if you get 7 more attempts to score, then you've got a pretty decent chance of leading the game. 8-2 start to the third for Japan. And the turnover crime carries on for Kazakhstan. Here's Ahijima just hanging around. If you have your feet in the keyway when the ball's up there, you have a pretty decent chance of picking it up. Because in no way, Ahijima at 190, listed as a shooting guard, currently playing in Australia. There's no way that you know, he should be hitting the glass hard at the offensive end. But if you're in there and your feet are in the keyway, you've got an option to rebound. So Kazakhstan, after the timeout, Zhuglin has it. Advances the basketball, takes some contact. That'll be the second team foul for Japan in this third quarter. Ota picks up the personal. Zhuglin will get it off, and another foul. Zagariev draws the contact. That'll be the third team foul for Japan, and a team that prides itself on not getting into foul trouble already has 3 team fouls after less than 3 minutes of the third quarter, and still Kazakhstan have yet to go to the free throw line. Well, they drop it inside to Bykov with nowhere to go. Somehow finds the gap to get the 2. Great footwork by Anton Bykov. Undersized to play on the inside, only 198, but just hung tough. Higashi going to the baseline, needs a pass, finds one. Gas goes up, right hand, that little short jump shot, and he ticks it over. And he is having a phenomenal night. 24 points personal, 56% from the field. He is 1 rebound away from a double-double. Rugarden in the lane. And the ball is out of bounds as it rips away. In the first part of this game, Kazakhstan would make 2, 3, 4 passes and then look to attack. Everything's a little bit more at the defense at the moment. They haven't moved the defense to create advantage. It's a little bit too dribble focused for Kazakhstan at the moment. Move the ball, create some space, then look to attack. Hugi on the far side, goes inside, little lean away, is fouled on the way up. Ota picks up the second personal. And Zhuglin will go to the free throw line. Just got to stay focused here, Kazakhstan. This is those moments in games where does your group of players believe? And you'd hope after the win in the Philippines, they would have the belief. Zhuglin, 10 points from the field. Makes the second and ticks it over for Kazakhstan. Get it back to a 6-point margin. That's their first trip to the free throw line all night. Can't get it away. Didn't have as much space to play in on that occasion, did Nicholas Verskas. Bykov gets to the middle, goes to the right hand, tries to create a little space, finishes with a left. Creates a little bit of separation. And Puskas has not had a break yet. He's going to have to sit down at some point. Togashi, nice curl on the screen. Far side of the ring, they can't get it to drop. Puskas cleans up and gets the two. There's a hint of a limp for the big man. May just be fatigue. Almost a sloppy turnover. Bikov not really ready for it. Well, he decides to take the three. Way short, offensive rebound is collected. And two for Bazin. Ujima in the lane. He has done such a good job at breaking down the defense and getting that little floater away. 11 points personal for the Brisbane Bullets. That's a holding foul away from the ball, and I think Otta's going to be charged with a third foul. That stuff is going on a lot. There's a lot of holding going on. The referees may have decided that they've seen enough. They have to start calling it a little tighter. You would expect that to favor Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan across this World Cup are only averaging just under 70 points a game. You know, they're not the highest scoring team. They had a big number against the Philippines, but they're winning games normally by 70 to 60. At the moment, Japan are on track for a lot more than 60. So those signs are a little worrying for coach Kyriolainekas. Whistle on the play. Gas decides to take the long two, and that's just sloppy. Kazakhstan have just got to tighten everything up here. Little horn set for Japan. Step back, long two is off. This gas gets the offensive rebound, puts up the interesting looking two. There's a whistle on the play again, and it's that reach, and I think the referees have decided that there's enough reaching, and now they've got to stop it. So Kazakhstan will make another trip to the free throw line. Chance to cut this to a 2-point game. And Sugiyama, who picked up fouls early, very quickly in the first half, has picked up another quick one. So Bikov on the free throw line. Chance to make this a 2-point game. Makes the first. Can't collect the 2 for 2, so it's a 3-point game as Japan will bring it in transition. Early pick and roll action. They give up the opportunity to turn the corner and hit the second side. Here Jima goes inside. Puskas puts it on the floor off the glass for 2. Big move. Much better move. His type of move where he can use that strength. 42 points in the paint, of which 26 belong to Nicholas Faskus. The 3 is short. Bikov can't get it, and it was a tired-looking offensive rebound by Anton Bikov. Baba will go to the free throw line. There's the contact on the elbow. Little home country roll off the ring. You gotta love this crowd. They're just loving the game. And the way they're trying to get behind this Japanese team is just, it's the same tempo. They're just loving every part of this performance. 52 to 45. Substitution. Bikov really needed to come out. Maxim Machuk. And it's not really a like for like. Substitution, a little light on the rotation on the inside. Kuanov gets it off to Machuk, who announces himself with 2 quick ones. And Kazakhstan seems to have steadied the ship. Let's just say at least that at the moment. They trail 5. Baba moves it on. Just again gets it inside. He's going to have to go up with the right hand, and that'll be on the way down. I have no idea why Maxim Marchuk took the fake. He's not going to block it. In a month of Sundays, stay there, make him go over the top of you. 7-point game. Jerome, little hesitation, goes straight down the drive lane, draws contact from Nicolas Vasquez, and he will go to the free throw line. Vasquez thinks he got all ball. Well, he did, and arm and shirt. So he's, strictly speaking, he's correct. He did get the ball. Shahim Kuanov, one of the few players that does not play at Astana at the basketball club Topol. Had 16 at home against Japan. He knows how to score against this Japanese lineup. Goes 2 for 2 from the line. And substitutions coming in as Vugali rejoins the action. Can't say enough good things about Kyria Leonidas. As a coach, who knows where his future will take him. Penetration off the glass. And it's just a tremendous decision by Shidayama. Defense went to sleep, he went to the hoop. .254 to go in the third. Japan with the 5-point lead. Kazakhstan hanging around. And they're hanging around, they're just hanging on. At some point, the threes will drop again for Kazakhstan. They've got to be close enough for that to be a factor. First of the free throws goes awry. Interesting to see if Kazakhstan change anything with now Vasquez out the game, because he was a big presence, both offensively and defensively. Their opportunities to attack the ring are far greater now. And they go right inside. Nice pass, would take Zugulin. Zugulin picks up the opportunity to go straight back to the free throw line. Ball fake, defense in the air. Disappointed he didn't get his shoulders round to try and complete the play. Would have been here for 1, not the 2. Zugulin makes the first. Chance to make it a 4-point game. Which he does. And Bazin sits. Krishubak checks in. Very much like for like. In fact, most of this Kazakhstan team is around that 2-meter mark. A little penetration, inside, outside. Ball's knocked away. That's going to be a back court. And they get the turnover and a chance to close it. He knows they're not out of the woods yet. Lamas, Coach Lamas, the way this Kazakhstan team can shoot the ball. Only a 4-point game. He knows the outcome of this one is still tight. Staggered screen. Step back for 2 is good. And Kuanov adds to his personal tally and makes it a 2-point game. 2 to go in the third. Otta looks for a pass. He's only going to pass from there, nothing else. The long two is short. And Tanaka, who was aggressive in the first half, settled for the jump shot. Chance for Kazakhstan to tie the game or even take the lead. Zugulin is fouled. And he will go back to the free throw line with a chance to tie the game. Substitutions coming both sides. Most importantly, Nicholas Vasquez is back in the game. Zugulin is on the free throw line to make this a new ball game. Makes the first. And we are tied with 1:49 to go in three. It's a brand new ball game. 17 points personal for Zugulin. Straight back. Oh! Where did that come from? Baba, after a made free throw, just gets it, takes it, and throws it down. Completely out of the blue. No one in the gym was expecting it. Zugulin with the three is no good. Defensive rebound by Tanaka. And all of a sudden the energy has just shifted and he went for back-to-back dunks. And Zugulin makes sure he's okay. I think that's what he was doing. Going the other way. We've got a foul on the way to the hoop. And all of a sudden, from this game beginning to become just a war of attrition, this happened. And Zugulin just is in the wrong place at the wrong time. He's going to be in all the wrong pitches. But then he returned and got the block the next time down. But Baba almost single-handedly with one play has just brought this game to a different level. Emotionally, not level of quality. Emotionally, this game has just exploded. Ugadi goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Not what he needed to do with a minute to go in the third. 14 free throws in this quarter for Kazakhstan. They hadn't taken a free throw in the first half. Almost a steal. Gashi. Tanaka thought about it, decided not to take it. Oh, from deep, Halimoto. The extra pass. Created the opportunity and he just lapped it up, knocks down the three. We've got a 5-point margin. Rigali moves it on. Zugulin steps back, fires the three to Ansa, and does. The Toyama shootout with 23 seconds to go in the third. And Japan lead it by 2. They're going to try and hold. There's a 3-second differential between possession and game clock. Puskas, foul line jump shot. This is going up. Little push shot for 2 is good. And Kazakhstan will not get this away. And Zugulin goes up and does not get the drop. And at the end of 3, Japan have the 4-point lead, 62 to 58. This is alive and kicking with a quarter to go.
World. FIBA Basketball World Cup is right here. Want it? Come and get it.
Well, here are the statistics for what is becoming just a classic. Japan, that's the first 3. The Halimoto free that ended the third quarter is the first one that Japan have made on the game. That on the back of the Baba throwdown has just brought this crowd to a different level of intensity. That play and the play after it, there's the dunk. That was after a made free throw. You're not supposed to be able to do that after a made free throw. But Baba just said, I don't care if I'm supposed to, I'm going to throw it down. And he did. But the next play, credit to Alexander Zuglin, who just got a piece of it and blocked him. But both teams know how crucial the outcome of this game is in terms of ultimate qualification. And so does every member of the 5,000 fans in this gym. Toyama, 300 kilometers northwest of Tokyo. At the moment, it's the focal point of Japanese sport because this game shown across the nation as Japan try to qualify for the World Cup. In 11 months' time now, it'll all be over. Start of the fourth, Japan have the possession, just about beat the 5 count. Togashi will move it on, and he's helped by Fazkas, who hits the second side. Pick and roll action. While Halimoto thought about the 3. Tanaka takes the long 2. Beautiful. Creates a little separation, steps back, knocks down the long 2. 6-point lead for Japan. Ugarte needs a pass, finds one. Gets the ball screen. Looks to create on the dribble. Gets deep, steps through, just about gets it off. They take the 3 at the end of the 24. And it just comes up short. Japan in transition. Tanaka decides on anything crazy, gets it back. Togashi in the half court. They get an inside touch with Fazkas. Goes up with the right hand. He's been unstoppable. He's been unstoppable since the early part of the game where he just had to find his range. 34 points, 13 rebounds. High post jump shot is good. Nice release. Gavrilov gets the 2. 6 points personal for him. They just will not go away now. Togashi looks at his options. It's the only place he should go. Fazkas comes back to the right hand, doesn't get the drop. Better defensive effort, making him put it on the floor. Zuglin, Fazkas is not going to guard him. And they're going to call the offensive foul inside. Interesting matchup if Fazkas is going to guard Alexander Zuglin, who can knock down the 3 for fun if he gets going. There's no way Fazkas is going to get his feet outside the keyway. Now the 18 turnovers may look a big number, but they had 17 just after the half. So Kazakhstan started to take care of the ball. Togashi with a pull-up for 2 is good. Hasn't looked to take that shot off the screen, but that time wide open and just knocked it down. 8-point game. He goes inside, kicks it. They won't take the 3. He needs to stay confident. Nice look down low. It just about gets the roll. And Gavrilov gets another 2. Back-to-back for him. In fact, Marchuk gets the 2. It's about stops now, though, for Kazakhstan. They trail 6. Japan trying to space and attack. Easy 2. I don't know why they don't want to help, because Japan is 1-4 from the 3-point line. They could easily help. Zuglin's turn to attack it. Marchuk inside, comes back to the middle, has it knocked away. And we get a bench technical. I have sympathy, although the outburst cannot be defended. But for a while in that third quarter, the referees decided to stop the reaching and slapping. And Fesca's picked up fouls and then went back to it that time. Now, without a replay, which we'll have the benefit of, referees don't. Well, it's a 9-point margin now with 7 to go in the game. Dangerous time for Kazakhstan. This end of the floor is where they have to re-establish some control. They only average 70 points a game in this World Cup over 9 games. Well, they're going to have to win a game, probably getting another 18 points minimum. Togashi uses the screen, creates a little separation, fires up the 3, in and out, and they dodge a bullet to Kazakhstan. And again, Japan still only 1-4 from the 3-point line. I do not understand why they won't crowd the middle. Zhuglin for 3, count it, it's off. So far off, it looked like it hit nothing. Well, it did hit nothing, and nothing but air. 6:30 to go. Fuskus will reverse it, sets the ball screen, and then just creates a little hole for himself down low. Leans back for 2 and gets the drop. Phenomenal performance. A career night internationally for Fuskus. 37 points at 57%. And there's a foul. First foul by Japan in this 4th quarter on the closeout. Harimoto picks up the personal. Harimoto, full foul. Baseline penetration is blocked. Tanaka just said, no way. You bring it in here and you are not getting it to the ring. Tanaka with a big time play. Chance to make this a 13 or 14 point lead on this possession. Tanaka, little runner off the glass for 2. It's all dropping for Japan at the moment. They lead by 13 right now. Still time for Kazakhstan. But it's all getting a little forced. Every catch is a little bit further away. The ball gets stuck. Zhuglin is fouled on the 3. And he is well and truly bowed out. And the technical foul to boot. Well, Takayuki, there's the foul. There's no debate about the foul at all. There was a whistle. And Takayuki is fouled out on that technical. Don't make a situation any worse than it needs to be, and he has done exactly just that. There's the three throws here for Zhuglin for the foul, then the 1, then the technical, and then possession. This is a bow-out call for Kazakhstan in this game. They just have to take advantage here. It could be a single-digit game the next time Japan has possession. It looked like Japan were beginning to put this away. I do not understand that. There should be 3 free throws right now. 2 more shots. I still think possession should still be with Kazakhstan. There should be no lineup. There appears to be a lineup. "23 points to Zubin, that's for sure." Well, he can't make every free throw. The long two is no good. So important. Can they get the rebound? Yes, they can. There's a foul on the play. And Halimoto picks up another personal. That'll put Japan into the penalty. There's the foul. Just couldn't resist. Japan will take the timeout. I've still got a question about the technical foul and the resulting lack of possession.
И во время дриблинга с другой стороны идет игрок на трэп. Пускай отдает пас. Окей, поехали, давай.
Ten-point game, 4:47 to go. Kazakhstan still with a shot at this. Brugali, nowhere to go, needs a pass. There's nowhere to go on the inside. They have to skip it. The three is gone, is off. Defensive rebound by Fazkas, who's just immense on the inside. The Muzagaliev couldn't get the three to drop. And Japan are going to try and manage this now. Step back for three is short, and there's still only 1-4 on the three-point line. The last thing they need to take. Bashin has it knocked away. And another opportunity goes begging for Kazakhstan. The time becomes their enemy too. Togashi. Miyajima. And where it should go. Fazkas, the help comes, foul, and the help was late. It's not the fact that what they tried to do, it's just it was late. See, it's coming late. They've got to be there early, and the defense has to then rotate down and make him kick it out. Point game, now or never for Kazakhstan. Again, an opportunity that goes a begging with it out of the back of the hand pass. And they're trying very hard, Japan, to give Kazakhstan a chance to get back in this. timeout for Kazakhstan.
Теперь важная вещь. После забитого зона. Кэп и Музар вверху. Макс, Саша по бокам. Если не забивает, лично все берите. Нападение.
Next shuffle, without goal. Okay. Okay. Yuki. Okay. Okay, yes, yes.
Дальше, оп, гад. Еще одна опция. Поставься слон, Антон, поехали. Давай до конца.
So after the timeout, Kazakhstan with 3.5 minutes to rescue this one. 21 turnovers has been their Achilles heel, but they've hardly turned it over in this second half. The damage was done in the first. Muzak Aliyev has it. Gets some action off the down screen. Vugali, who should have shot the ball on the down screen. He was in rhythm. And that'll be 3 free throws. That should be a technical foul as well. If referees are going to be consistent, Joji Takeuchi was given a technical foul for exactly the same action. And this is why players get a little bit disappointed. Although you've got to say that was a tough one as a call. And I'm with Coach Lamas on that because all the contact was initiated by the offensive player. Still there for Kazakhstan. I still think they should have had possession on that technical foul on Joji Takeuchi. They didn't. They had the 4 free throws and didn't have possession, even though he fouled out on a technical. 10-point game, Kazakhstan. Chance for this to become a single-digit 3-possession game with 3 minutes to go. More than enough time for Kazakhstan. 9-point game. Japan have to be smart here without being too passive. And Kazakhstan showed a 2-3 zone. They are literally going to rely on Japan missing with this shot clock and give themselves a chance to score. The mid-range 2 is away and nailed on the baseline. And that man again, Yudal Baba. Bagani wraps the pass straight into the hands of that man again. Yudal Baba is like a ball magnet at the moment. 22 turnovers for Kazakhstan. It's because once it low, that's exactly where it should go. Skip pass. They take the 2, and they drop the long 2. In fact, they gave it as a 3. It's like that dagger to the heart with 2 to go. 14-point margin. Zuglin tries to answer with 3. It's no good. And Japan are going to take a huge step towards China. 14 points with 1:40 to go. Toyoyama has seen a great one. And it's been a phenomenal performance by Japan. Inside, Veskas with another 2. Smiles and action say everything. Veskas with another 2 adds to a personal tally that has carried his country. 41 points personal, 15 rebounds. He's actually made 1 assist. He has a valuation of 46. Want to write yourself into the history books of your sport That's the way to do it. Zuglim with 23 points leads Kazakhstan. He's gone 30 points against the Philippines. Backed it up with 23 tonight. Well, let's cast with 41 points, 15 rebounds. There's been a bigger single performance across the World Cup in this competition window. It hasn't happened yet. There's still some games to go, but he has carried his country on his back to this win. He's had some great supporting performances. Makoto Hiyajima, 14 points personal. We said at the beginning of the game, in the absence of Hachimura and Watanabe and Brown, who was and how this team was going to have to look for individuals to just club together to make up that difference. What were we talking about? One man is literally, in the game, those three, they had 40 points between them in the game that they won in Kazakhstan. He's had 40+ points himself to make up that difference. Well, they're winding this one down now. 16-point margin. Ball's coming off the feet of Tanaka. Adikakli checks in for his first action. The 20-year-old getting a feel for World Cup basketball. Last minute. You could pretty much say Kazakhstan have run out of steam. The lack of depth, perhaps, is one of the factors. They're over-reliance on one or two players to tick the scoreboard over. Only Zuglim has double-digit points. He had the support of Bikov in the Philippines, but he's only 9 points on 4 from 5, just hasn't been able to get himself going. Solid performance, but they needed another exceptional performance from Bikov. But first half turnovers are what really has hurt this Kazakhstan lineup. That's a blow to the head that won't feel that bad when you're on the right end of an 84-68 margin. 84-68 does not reflect this game one bit. Kazakhstan, the wheels have come off. They've run out of, they're running on empty in this fourth quarter. And that man, Udal Baba, 11 points, 5 from 6 from the floor. His only miss was that attempted dunk. Big impact. Nice pass. Bikov gets to double digits. And Japan will walk this one off. I see little point in the foul, but Togashi don't know why they're not shooting free throws, but that'll do it, and it's fitting. The man of the game, Nicholas Fazekas, has the basketball at the end of a game. Japan in front of a packed house here in Toyama. Get the win, 86-70. That is a huge step towards China. Mathematically, Kazakhstan may not be out of this completely, but to all intents and purposes, their qualification is at the very most a long shot. Trips to Australia, games against Australia and the Philippines to follow for them. But Japan, we're huge. They withstood a tremendous start to the game by Kazakhstan. And then Nicolas Vazquez had a man that just took over again. Japan are going to thank the game and thank the crowd. Kazakhstan, well, it's all bright for Kazakhstan basketball. As the World Cup progresses, they have got steadily better and better. Big win in the Philippines tells you where their team is. But they're going to walk off dejected. But when they reflect on a game that they could have won, all these numbers will tell you how good offensively people were, but the number that's going to hurt Kazakhstan is the turnovers. 24 turnovers on the game, of which 15 were in the first half. Only 8 turnovers for Japan. That's 16 more attempts to score for a talented team is just far too many. Let's catch with 41 and 15. That's a phenomenal performance for his country. 3 turnovers over Vazquez, 2 blocks as well. He's pretty much all over the stat line. 41, Hijima, as I say, was very, very, very good. Baba with 11, chipped in with crucial points. Zuglin has had a great FIBA window. 30 points in the Philippines, 23 points in Japan here. These highlights are going to show what a performance that was. This is the little float by Hijima. One of many occasions. He gets deep in the keyway and shows the control to get that little floater away. Bykov just needed a few more points to contribute. Little highlight of the behind the back pass for the 2. But Kazakhstan were good today. Kazakhstan were very good at times. That's the play you're going to see over and over and over again. The only thing missing so far in any of these highlights is the man of the game, because Vazquez was just phenomenal. So Japan, with a phenomenal performance behind 41 points from Vazquez, get a huge win. Zuglin tried to answer. 23 points personal for Alexander Zuglin. Put in a tremendous shift for his country. But it just was never going to be enough. Get another look at here. Hijima's trademark. Almost a Navarro-like teardrop. Surely we're going to find a highlight for Nicolas Vazquez. 41 points, 15 rebounds, a valuation of 45 on the game. These are just slow modes of the replays we've just seen as Zuglin gets in the wrong picture. And this was the little baseline 2 that pretty much put the game beyond Kazakhstan, because they were offering the 3. What a great night here in Toyama. Here's how it affects the group as Japan goes second. Iran and the Philippines will play, or are playing as we speak. But they've taken a huge step towards qualification. Tremendous performance. Kazakhstan are still 2 games out of qualification. We'll see how that affects them as they make the next window. But for now, from Toyama, it's good night.